As an absolute movie freak, an amateur film historian, I have noticed that quite a few once popular genres of film are no longer being produced by Hollywood. These include movies made in 1977. There were a ton of critically acclaimed and commercially successful films made in 1977, and yet, for some reason, no film studio has made a film made in 1977 since 1977. Black screen the entire time exploitation films. Considered highly controversial at the time, these films, which featured nothing but a black screen for 120 minutes, were extremely popular with people who liked being bored. Edible thrillers. This genre was created when the production budget for The Departed ran out of money and could not afford to buy any more 35mm film. So instead, Martin Scorsese just jammed a fruit by the foot into the camera and they filmed the rest of the movie on that. Movies where Donald Duck looks a little off. In the early 90s, Disney began making movies where Donald Duck's face looks kind of weird in response to the Gulf War. They stopped making them when during a Disney board meeting, one guy raised his hand and said, "What does Donald Duck's face looking kind of weird have to do with the Gulf War?" And then Michael Eisner said, "Oh yeah," and they didn't do it again. Movies where the screen shakes violently the entire time and no one knows what's going on. Back in the 80s, this was a gimmick used by Warner Brothers so that they could lazily write scripts that don't make any sense, and it wouldn't matter because the screen would be shaking so violently the entire time that no one would even know. This gave screenwriters more time to walk around outside and see what was going on at the park. Those commercials that only play for like a split second and then it switches to a different commercial as if the guy in the booth played the wrong commercial. I wonder if someone gets fired every time that happens. Spaghetti westerns with me in them. Eh?